Here are some more examples for you to try on your own. These examples are similarly harder and more fun and engaging. So here are the answers for the first question. We are given this geometric progression and we are asked to find the eighth term. Now remember this formula. To find the nth term, you have to use this formula. We know that the first term, a, is always this, the first number. In the common ratio, we simply take the second number and divide it by the first, which is basically the second term over the first term to get the common ratio. Now we plug this a over here and this common ratio over here. And since they asked for the eighth term, we put this a into n. And as you can see, this is your a, your r, and this 8 is your n minus 1. And that is how you find the eighth term. Simple as that. For the next question, we are given another geometric progression, but we're asked to find the sixth term. So similarly, we find our a, which is 81, and our common ratio, we take t2 over t1 to get that common ratio, which is 27 over 81, which gives us this. And we use this formula again. So similarly, this a is here, this r is here, and this n is here. That is how you find your sixth term, using this useful formula. It's important to memorize it, so it's better to commit it to memory. Last but not least, we are given the first term, the common ratio, and we are asked to find the nth term. Now remember, you have to use this formula again. This is the generalized form to find the nth term, because they didn't ask us to find any specific term, so we use n to represent all terms. Basically, n can represent every single integer, given that it's positive, because n can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. It's any positive number. Therefore, you can just use n to denote, to represent that. So we know a, we put it in here. We know your r, we put it in here. And we find the nth term. This is the notation to find the nth term. The t basically means term, so basically it's the nth term, tn. And you get this. Simple as that. Here is the next question. We're given the first term is equivalent to 2, and the fourth term is equivalent to 16. And we're asked to find r, which is the common ratio. So remember this formula. We know that first term is always equivalent to a. So here we're given that a is equivalent to 2. And this is the fourth term. Remember this formula. Since n is equivalent to 4 in this scenario, that means that a times r to the power of 4 minus 1 equals to 16, which is here. And since your a is 2 in this expression over here, you simply put your a here. And now you have this simple expression, and you can find r easily. You divide by 2 on both sides and you get this. Now you cube root both sides to get r is equivalent to 8. Oops, I covered it. And simple as that, since you know 8 is 2 to the power of 3, which gives you this. Easy math. Now we're given this. In the GP, a is to 81. Okay, we're given a, and we're given r is equivalent to 1 over 3, 1/3, and we're asked to find the fifth term. This is a very standard question. We use this formula. We know n, we know r, we know a. We just plug in all the values into this formula like this. Oh, and here goes here. And you plug it in and then you rearrange the terms. 5 minus 1 is 4, 1 over 3 to the power of 4 is 1 over 81, and this just gives you 1. What a beautiful number. Here's the next example. The second term is 12, and the fifth term is 96. We asked to find a and r. So this is where we have two unknowns and two equations. As you can see, we have to use this formula, and we're given these two expressions. One is when n is 2, and the other one is when n is 5. And therefore, we have two unknowns, a and r. That's why we need two equations, which is this and this. Let's rewrite this, and you can write it like AR equals to 12 and AR to the power of 4 equals to 96. Now, do you think there's any way to cancel out or kind of remove one of these factors, one of these variables? It's by dividing this second one over the first one. So when you take this, is equivalent to AR for, oh my god, okay, here, over AR. Now you take the A and R, you can just minus 1 here, like that, which gives you R cubed. And that's the same as 96 divided by 12, since we're taking this divided by this divided by this. So we get 96 over 12 is equivalent to 8, and R cubed is equivalent to 8. And remember that basically 2 to the power cube is equal to 8, so R is 2. And now you plug it back in here. Remember that A times R equals to 12, so that means that A equals to 12 over R. And as you can see, you plug R in here and you find it. Therefore, this is your final answer. Simple as that.
Smash your maths exams. Download Learn Maths Today for real exam questions and achieve top marks.